Hey, so it's Saturday, April 3rd, and I am going to take the first look at this new property we just bought. And, you know, I am super excited to go there and see what it looks like, but then I'm also super nervous to go and see what it looks like based on some of the video footage that he showed me. So, I don't know.
It's not that bad.
Okay, well, I mean, he's got pretty good judgment, so, I mean, really, how bad could it be? Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Game on.
It's a fixer-upper, but it's not that bad.
All right, I trust you.
Okay, let's go have some fun. Road trip on. Hey guys, Capper here and welcome back. So to bring you up to speed really quick, we have a purchase contract for this old rustic cabin with 40 acres of land in southern Illinois, and we had our minds made up. We were going to demolish it. That's what had to be done because it was way too far gone. However, since then we've been considering all our options. We took several closer looks at it, and Sharon and I both agreed that, well, if we can get the foundation fixed first and foremost, depending on that cost, we might be able to save this thing because it has a bunch of beautiful rough cut oak and lumber inside of it. So that's what today's video is about. We're going to take a closer look at this thing, and I'm going to meet with the flooring guys, and we're going to decide if we're going to take a run at rehabbing this thing instead of demolishing it. So let's take a closer look. Not bad.
Ah, well, it's got a shelf. Hey, and there's still a pack of raisins back there. You hungry?
I mean, honestly, once you clean up, like actually sweep and clean the stuff up, insulation's not all that bad. So let me take a look at this. Let's see, 200 amp service. Can't beat that. It's better than 100. Here's your water heater right here. Nice, insulated.
I'm not opening the fridge because you already did that.
So like now I'm looking kind of more for more foundation stuff. See how that floor is all separated, and right here. So that's from the foundation. That's what I'm going to go look at next. But I'm going to just do a real quick walk around in here.
I do love the framing. I mean, the wood needs a good cleaning. all over. And I love this little stove here.
I mean, this is
Pioneer made.
it's hooked up.
Oh, it's even got a little thermostat.
Chimney.
Here, open the door. Let's see what's in there. Oh! Okay. Money!
Let's see what this is.
Oh, Pioneer. It's the directions.
Oh, wow. Cool. Pretty old, for sure. Bringing the airtight revolution into the kitchen.
I can smell the smoke.
There you go. Directions included.
Wow, I don't even have a manual for my stove.
Nope.
Some nice oak barnwood in the, well, not barnwood. Some nice oak in the wall here, but yeah, the rest is this paneling. So I'm thinking that would come off and get replaced. The floor, I mean, yeah, it's dirty. I'd probably just give it a good vacuuming. Scrub it just with some water, wood cleaner, and just seal it. I'm not filling in any of these cracks or anything. Now, these windows, yeah, those are something else. Oh, they are glass. I thought they were plexiglass. Double paned. Looks like it probably leaked underneath. Pull that wood off and see what's going on. Not that I really want to see what's going on, I think, but... Oh, look! There's SpongeBob. Hey! Yeah, you can see how far the foundation is kind of gone down a little. Love the wood. Now, what's interesting to me is going to be this bathroom. Now, I've done some pretty challenging bathrooms, but I would have to say this is probably going to be the biggest one. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. All right, well, like I said, I've actually had to deal with worse. I see the shower has wood inside of it. Definitely put some tin over that. You don't want to keep wood. And they got a little heater up there. Fluorescent lighting. Yeah. Oh, there is a door on here. Good. Looks like a little pine door. You know, and we have extra flagstone that's too thin for using for a, you know, like a walking path. I don't know if I have enough, but it might look kind of nice to put some over this block here. Gosh, these beams are beautiful. Look at that. That's still got live edge. It still has the bark on it. Oh yeah, this fluorescent light would have to go, but that's easy. I don't think those are oak. I think those are Douglas fir. Looking at the bark, looks like fir. Still nice though.
So I'm just looking a little closer for my foundation guy. So it is on a hill. You could see from right to left it pitches downhill. And it is insulated. That's a nice bonus. Sharon didn't think it was, and I said, yeah, it's got kind of batting on it. And I told Brad, my floor guy, that it doesn't have to be like totally perfect. It's just going to be a rough cabin, but okay, found a little bit of a bonus. Look at this. It's got internet here. high-speed Shawnee. That's what we got at the house. That's 100 meg service. It's 30 by 28. They got everything wrapped very nicely. They got 110 power for little heaters, and it's insulated. However, after further investigating, we found out that this was just a water collection system coming from the gutters down to a big concrete tank in the ground, which was a 2,000-gallon tank, I found out. But, you know, for future reference for you guys, for the money that they spent on this 2,000-gallon tank, and you'll also see some concrete work for the poop house inside, they could have just spent a tiny bit more and had a fully drilled well and a septic system. But that's neither here nor there. We now have to deal with it, and we have to decide if we're going to fix the water collection system or if we're going to spend the money to put in a drilled well. We'll see how that goes.
This is the back side of that front door. Very interesting. Pretty solid. And very rustic. Just give that a little coat of paint or something. Or stain. Oh, Joe's got the drone out.
Okay, so I brought the drone and put that up so that I can get a look at the soffits and the shingles or metal. I didn't even know exactly what was on here for sure. And to see how much damage there might have been. And to my surprise, the roof looked pretty good as far as the shingles go. And in hindsight, I put a request into the other realtor, and they said this roof is only 8 years old. Now, as you're going to see here, the soffits are going to need some work, a little bit of tightening up. But for only being 8 years old, that was kind of a bonus. There's no doubt, because I figured the roof was shot based on the insulation on the upstairs. We figured the roof was leaking. But I remember the first walkthrough that we did, we had gobs of rain 3 days in a row, and yet when we were upstairs there was no water anywhere to be found. So that's the good news here. I'll show you a couple of clips from the inside where you could see the fresh new plywood, that the roof does not leak. So that's a huge bonus here. Is it saggy a little bit? Yeah, but when they jack the house up, if we're going to have them do this, that may cure some of that. So let's keep moving on. So looking a little closer at these deck posts, these are all still in decent shape. You might have to re-level them. It's hard to say. Well, I mean, they don't look grossly off, but they are. Well, you can see they're a little bit off. But you could run your headers and level them that way and leave them in the holes that they're in, because they don't. And I don't see really any rot. They're obviously treated, so you could see the difference here. This is treated 4x4, and that's probably just rough cut lumber that they use for the deck. On how the natural lumber just decays a lot faster. So yeah, I mean, yeah, oh boy, it wouldn't take much to rebuild this deck. I think just all new top, basically. Leave the posts. The stringer looks halfway decent, actually. New stairs. There again, I don't think they use treated on this. But it'd be a very pretty little deck here. And your garden variety of trash laying around. Stereo here. Burn barrel, a couple pieces of garbage. Let me show you the other side. There's some more garbage, but compared to what we have tackled, this is easy, light work here. There's the LP tank. Trash under here as usual. Go look at the back side. There's some sheets of OSB. There's a couple sheets of plywood right there that are, looks like, in decent shape. I mean, not a ton of junk, honestly, and just a little fix up on the insulation, and this whole floor will be insulated. And the LP service appears to all be in order. Still has 35% fuel. So the only thing I could think of inside would be the water heater maybe, unless there was something else I missed that might run off of LP. And I missed this on the first walkthrough, but another bonus here, this is a little LP stove. So you can disconnect that wood burner on the other side if you wanted to, mainly for insurance purposes. But you already have an LP heater in the house. This stove here will heat that whole cabin, no problem. So that was a nice little bonus, kind of a rare one. All right, looks like they also had satellite service here. So this thing has all the amenities. I mean, heck, if you did high-speed internet, you wouldn't need satellite TV. But here's up by the road. But like Sharon was saying, that we could take some of these trees down right next to the place and have them milled for like roofing in the upper level. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here, but on our way home we stopped at Curtis's 8-acre house there. He gave us permission to pillage that thing as much as we can, and wait till you see the find that we got just in about a half hour on windows. So even though it's premature, I'm going to take the flooring guys out there. That's the very next segment in this video, and we'll see what they say, and that'll make our final determination on if we're going to try and go ahead with a rehab or if we are going to demolish this baby. All right, made them safely home with our first what do we call it? Pick of the day?
That's our second
It's our second pick of the day from Curtis's house. All right, here we go, April 8th, and I'm headed over to the cabin. I'm going to meet my friend Brad, who's a flooring specialist. He repairs crumbling foundations, levels them out, and rejacks them. So today we should have the determining factor on whether we're going to rehab it or demolish it. I know I said we were going to demolish it, but we got to thinking about a bunch of things. So if he quotes us a pretty decent price on re-leveling it, then we're going to do a rehab on it, because it's so much beautiful wood in there. But if his price is too high, then we're going back to the demolishing thing.
See where this hinge is right here?
Yep.
And that's pivoting as you look, I guess, is that east?
That's
See
south.
how that's falling
there.
up south? That's
Yeah.
falling all the way across that direction.
Yeah, this half is definitely worse than that other half, if you will.
Yeah, even from outside and underneath, that's a whole lot firmer.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
But right here, Joe, where you was talking about thinking this had set down.
yeah,
See, they've
no,
got taller floor joists up front.
Yeah, they made it like that.
There they can, and this is just less than 8. So for some reason, they thought having that offset and that gap was a good idea.
Well, maybe that let the heat up through down here. It's like a nice
Draw.
big vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way up. Look over this insulation paper.
Oh
Put
yeah.
her on that rack.
There he goes.
See if I can feed him back to you.
Yeah, push him back.
Here he comes.
He's gonna jump down on us.
You ready?
Yep.
This is going to be a prize-winning video.
Well, that's a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Cute little bugger.
Yeah, we're invading his home.
So yeah. Anyways, what do you think about up cheap?
Oh, it ain't bad.
Well, I mean, most of this is, well, it's halfway intact. You just get a few rolls of batting and plug. Go ahead. So I could see the pitch over there.
Yeah, you see from the center how it almost looks like a crown and it falls to that side.
Yep.
Sometimes when you're trying to jack up or lift from over there, if this wood's taken on a memory for very long, it may not rebound the way that we all want it to. But structurally, you can support it.
Right.
You know, from down at ground level. And then if you had to, you could float this floor out in here to...
No, I don't think it'd be that bad. What's the worst thing? You're gonna crack. Okay, and if you stuck with us this long, you obviously want to know the $64,000 question. So the estimate, we're looking at anywhere from like $5,000 to $6,000 to get the floor reset. And with that, there's no guarantees on how high they can get it jacked up, because one end is definitely sagging much more than the other. But the initial plan is we're going to go ahead, jack this up, get it reset, and start a rehab on this. It's going to be a big project, but we're going to try and keep it on a pretty decent budget with all the experiences we've had. And of course, that means we got to keep on the title companies down here to get this closing underway, because we're supposed to close in 2 weeks now. And let's just say they've been way, way, way behind schedule on not being able to get their jobs done. So definitely stay tuned. Right now, the new plan is we're going to give this a rehab, and we're going to see how it goes. So we hope you join us on this new life adventure. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. And these floors, just, yeah, there's definitely oak. You can see the cut marks. Well, I don't know if it's oak or not, but it's saw cut. Did she give you any back history or anything? Ugh. Oh. Oh. Oh, that stinks. Gee, sheesh.
I shouldn't have done that.
Whew, dang. Well, I thought maybe we'd find a stash cache or something. You know, I'm afraid to open this one, man.